Hey, it's James Ryan. Thanks for stopping by. Today we are going to be discussing personal growth. But more importantly, we're going to be discussing 3 steps to increase your personal growth and development. So with that, let's get into it. Now I want you to meet Bill. Bill obviously is frustrated, right? He's pulling out his hair, he's screaming, and he's frustrated because he was recently skipped over for a promotion that he has set his eyes on for a very long time, and he thought he was a shoo-in to get it. You know, Bill has over 20 years of experience in his field, and in his mind it was a no-brainer. He was the man for the job. But a younger and less experienced person got the job over Bill. So that only increases his frustration, that only increases his anxiety and angst, and he is trying to figure out what went wrong. You know, looking a little bit more into Bill, we realize that Bill likes to be comfortable. He likes to stay within his boundaries, and he does not seek personal or professional growth. Bill's also known for giving excuses away and also giving problems away. So Bill has tons and tons of excuses as to why something isn't going right, but he's never to blame for any of them. And he also loves to give problems away. Bill is a problem giver, and he's not a problem solver. And Bill has his own way of doing things, and he will not change. So he's in his comfortable bubble, he gives problems away, he has excuses for everything, and he likes to do things his own way. Bill, what the heck is wrong with you, man? So in short, don't be like Bill. Nothing against Bill, but don't be like Bill if you want to advance and succeed in any part of life. So what can you do? Well, the first step is, it's a choice, right? Leading yourself starts with the choice. And how you decide and think will form your reality. You know, Bill led himself to be comfortable, or you can say he didn't really lead himself to grow and develop at all. And how he decided and how he acted really put it on. He likes to be comfortable and stay within his boundaries, and he was hard-headed, and he didn't like to do things differently. And he did not really know his vital behaviors. He didn't understand the repercussions and the impact of his vital behaviors of being comfortable and closed off and not really wanting to seek growth. And Bill didn't really have clarity on his purpose, right? If he had clear purpose that he was going to get the job and he wanted his growth and trajectory in his career to keep going in a positive direction, he would have clarity on his purpose, and he would think and look at his vital behaviors, understand his choice, and know how he's going to get there and what's going to hold him back. So Bill did not really have clarity on his purpose, nor did he really make the choice to keep growing and keep developing, so he was for sure a shoo-in for that position. Next is discipline. You know, challenge your excuses daily. And we know now that Bill liked to give excuses for everything when problems arise, and he didn't like to own any of those problems. He didn't really challenge his excuses, he gave them away, right? Build your tenacity. When things get hard, stay there and fight. Push past them and move away from giving excuses, and be that guy or that gal that does the challenge seeking, that goes and fights and stays. Bill likes to be comfortable, and he doesn't like to do things out of his own realm. You know, be a problem solver, not a problem giver, right? Bill was a problem giver, and that had a trickle effect across everybody he worked with and everybody that he knew. You have to be a problem solver. People will come to you. People will gravitate to you if you seek out problems, you seek out challenges, you take them head on, and you overcome them. Next, Bill didn't really have a strong system, right? Bill wasn't exactly proactive and productive because he liked to stay in his own little box. You have to be proactive and productive together. These things are not isolated. If you're always trying to be proactive and being a go-getter, but you have no strategy or productivity behind you, the real chances are you're going to be running around with your head cut off to a certain degree. Next, you have to think with interdependence, right? Bill didn't really take a step back and see how his actions at work are going to affect his health, his stress levels, his family, and all the other impacts that would happen if he did not get the promotion. Bill should have taken a step back to look at the whole picture and not just a part of the picture. And next, you have to have people to help you to get things done. You have to have processes, and you have to have platforms to get things done. This is essentially what a system is based on: people, process, and platforms. Bill isolated himself and only did what he liked to do and stay with his own realm. So in conclusion, and when it comes to personal growth and development, you need to make the choice to do so. You need to make the choice to grow and develop on a regular basis. Myself, I push myself to grow on a daily basis. Next, you need to have discipline. That's where, for me, it's a daily discipline. I make sure that I learn something and try to implement something on a daily basis to keep my growth pattern going towards the direction I want it to go. Bill had the wrong choice. He lacked discipline, and he didn't have a system. So if you want to grow and develop, make the choice, have discipline, and have a good system to make sure that your efforts and the time you're investing is actually going to produce your results that you want in less amount of time. If you want more training, just go to jamesryanleadership.com, and there's a bunch of articles and a free video training course as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this little session here, and until next time, take care and take action.